all you wonderful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel and you don't know me, my name is Aarti and I make all sorts of fashion, makeup and lifestyle videos here. So if that's something you're into, consider subscribing. And I'll just tell you a bit about what I'm doing today. So my last makeup video was something different where I was talking through the process of what I was trying to achieve and all of that. And you guys seem to really like that, so I am here again trying to recreate another look. This is a look that was my go-to when I was in uni. I just feel that really dark matte shadows really work well for me, and they just create this really dramatic look. So I'm trying to recreate one look where it's kind of like recreating my uni look, but I'm going to apply everything that I've learned since then to make it better, if you get my drift. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so to start off with, I'm just going to show you this new primer that I got only a couple weeks back. It's the e.l.f. Poreless primer. I got this half price, it was like $12 when Priceline was having the half price sale. And I was actually trying to get another one. This other one was like really highly rated. I'm not too sure what it's called. It was like more of a chubby bottle than this one, but clear, like it was white. And that was highly rated, and that's the one I was trying to get. But I couldn't find this one, and I figured I have huge pores, so why not try the poreless primer. Now this one, you guys, is not gonna disappear your pores. It's not even as thick. Like if you see the consistency, I'll show you again. So it's very, it's cream-like, so it's not like a putty, or it's not gel. It's very like a cream. So it kind of like when you blend it in, it ends up in like a matte effect. But yeah, it does not like really fill in your pores. I use this as under eye primer as well because I just ran out of my under eye primer. But so the next thing I use is my new find. This is the e.l.f. Eye Primer and Line Sealer. I picked this up from TK Maxx. I will be linking that video as well, but what I picked up from TK Maxx. But this ideally is a eyeshadow primer, and this is in the color Natural Clear. So it's got two things. So this side is the eyeshadow primer, and this side is something called a sealer. Oh my god. And it's something like this. So the idea of it is that you apply this as liner and then pat on your favorite eyeshadow, the color you like, and that will make it look like an eyeliner, which is pretty cool, innovative, I think. So I haven't tried that yet, but I'm meaning to try it soon if I want to do like a cool eyeliner kind of look. Now this eyeshadow primer is pretty okay. I have worn it previously, and if you're going out for a full day, like you're leaving at 7, coming home at 6, it won't really last that long, but for a good couple hours it will stop your shadow from creasing and making your lid look sweaty and all of that. So now we have our face primed and prepped and ready to go. The first step I normally do is eyeshadow because of all the fallout, and because today I'm using the black eyeshadow and only black eyeshadow, I have decided that I'll do that first today too. I've got this little washi tape here that just helps guide me, and all I do is just stick it in the angle that I want it to. This kind of helps catch some fallouts and kind of keeps the wing going well. Okay, so for shadow today I'm using this palette here. It's the fake Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I don't have the real one. I bought a bunch of fake makeup just for the sake of a video that I made earlier, which I'll link in the eye above and also in the description box below. So if you're interested in checking that out, please go ahead and do that. So I'm just gonna go for the black truffle shade over here with my fluffy end of the brush and just fill it. Now I want the edges really nice and dark, so I'm just going to go in and kind of create a wing. Oh god. Now I'm going to take another brush which does not have too much of the black pigment to just blend it outwards a little bit so the strong lines are kind of diffused. Look at that wing. Gorgeous. There we have both sides shadowed beautifully. I love the wing that is happening and the blending turned out good. Now I know I look like the devil right now a little bit, but we just go in and clean the inner edges. Much better, see? Now I have to warn you, this is the kind of look that will definitely crease like over time. So you want to keep like a little brush handy just to like blend it out sometimes. Now normally I don't do this, but because this is such a crazy look, I'm going to go in with some setting spray and just spray all over my eyes just to hold it in that little bit longer. So now that's done. I'm just going to go in with some liner. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Black Liner or gel crayon. So this is a little retractable one. I think it's almost gonna finish, but I'm just gonna like define the corners of my eye. Now we'll go back in with this pencil later after we've done all the rest of our face, just to do our under eyes. But I'm quite happy with that look. Now if you guys are wondering, I'm doing this look for a sari that I'm going to pop on after and like do a complete styling of that. So if you want to check out how that turned out, follow me over on my Instagram, and I have lots of photos up there as well. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, now is the mascara. I'm using the MAXFACTOR. Why do I keep saying facts? The MAXFACTOR Masterpiece Transform in Black. This is what the bristles look like. Odd. Looks just like a stick, and it's got like really, really micro bristles. But it works. It doesn't give you like falsies kind of effect. It just enhances your natural lashes. So I'm not looking for a falsies kind of effect with this look because the eyes are so jet black, the lashes will not even pop, trust me. And there we have mascara. Next step is foundation. So now all of you know, if you've been following me long enough, that I mix two foundations together to get the perfect shade. Today I'm using MILANI Conceal and Perfect in 07 Sand, which is a lighter shade, and 09 Tan. Together they make the perfect shade for me, and I can change it depending on how dark or light I have become according to the weather. So yeah, MILANI has a good shade range, so I like to use them a lot. I just go ahead and mix like a pump each of these. With my fingers. Now normally I use a blending sponge, but today I'm using my brush because I think this just wastes so much less product than a sponge sucks up. So I'm just gonna pat it in first. Now that I have done like coverage on my face, I just try to do my under eyes with more of that number 7, slightly lighter shade, and my under eye is a bit more controlled. So I just do it with my fingers. Whatever's left of that number 7, I will just pat onto like problem areas like that. I feel like I've gotten darker. I should have mixed a bit more of that number 9, but this will do. Finally, I will go in with my beauty blender and just blend out the under eye very carefully. And then finally, I like to use the sponge just to dab out any other like brush streaks and just get a more smoother finish. There we go. It's looking so far so good. Now I would go in with the spray again just to set everything that I've done because I don't want it to move, and then after this I blend a bit more stuff on, so here goes. Now I have to go in with the settings powder just to set my under eyes because they get a bit weird sometimes. So I've got this crop one. This is what it looks like. It's translucent, but it has a bit of color, but then once you blend it, it's good. So I'm using the other brush because it has a nice tip just to go in and dab that in so that my panda eyes do not emerge again after all this setting. Now that we've done that, we'll go back to the powder later. Now is the time that I would contour. I use this Bobbi Brown Retouching one in the color Deep, and it's a good shade for my skin tone for contouring, so I just go in and I draw, because this sponge is still a bit wet. And draw my lines. It is a very, very creamy formula, so it's very easy to blend. Then I use this Cubist concealer, again too light for my skin, but I use it as highlighter, and I just do a little bit of that. Go, I'll look like a deer. Huh, a deer. Now I'll go back in with the beauty blender and try to blend all of this out. Starting from my nose, just going a bit outwards. Now that we have the contour all done, I'm going to go in with some powder again just to lock everything in. Oops, and this time I'm using a fluffy brush. Now you can see the contour lines are there, but not too harsh. And the powder kind of like makes my face less shiny. I don't know, with the whole like dewy glass skin trend, like if I did that, I would look like an oily mess. So I don't even go there. Like dewy, glowy skin, I stay with my matte. What do you guys prefer, like matte or dewy? I have to say, some people carry it off really well, I have to say. Okay, now brows. Brows is something that I just recently started doing. So if you've been watching some of my other videos, you notice that I don't really bother with brows too much. But yeah, now I think I have okay brows, but because after you put in some foundation, they kind of get a tinge light. So I'm just going in with the Anastasia clear brow gel. And oh, we're gonna do our under eyes now. Back with the eyeshadow, I will just, actually I'll just use the pencil and just, I don't know what to do. Oh, here. Just kind of line the inner under eyes. This formula is perfect for doing the under eyes because it's gel and it's so creamy and it doesn't drag, and you get that full fill. And normally I like to make the lines a bit less harsher with my brush. So again, I think I got this idea, like this eye look, from like one of Kareena Kapoor Khan's earlier looks. She likes to do a lot of kohl and a lot of kajal and very like dark black eyes. While we're waiting for that, I am going to do some blush. I don't really use a lot of blush, but this is the one that I use most often because I can use this as a lip color and a blush. So I like my lips to match my blush, if that makes sense. So this is the LAKME 9 to 5 Weightless Matte Mousse Sleep and Cheek color, and this is in the color Rose Touch. I think this is a beautiful formula, so moussey, and that's what the color looks like. And I'll do it on my lips first. Now for such a moussey texture, the pigmentation and the coverage is pretty darn good. Now I just go in on the apples of my cheek, tap some of this on, not too much. I'll go in with my beauty blender and just blend it out. Looks very natural on my skin tone, which is why I reach for this a lot. I think some of the blush colors are like so unnatural for a dark person. As you know, a dark person does not really blush, but here we go. You know, sometimes when you apply blush and it looks like someone punched you in the face and you have a bruise. Yeah, that's why I don't really like to apply blush, because I feel like that's what it looks like. But this one's pretty decent. So there we go. Creme blush is the way to go if you have darker skin. It kind of blends and melts into your skin to make it look more natural than powder. Now, the last thing I'll do is put some lip topper on. This is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in Angelic. And I'm not someone who reaches for the lip toppers too much, but I got this in like a bag or something and I forget why not. I really don't know how to use this product. Last step is to set it all in with some really good setting spray so things don't move. Ooh, I forgot highlighter. Girls, we need highlighter. So I'm using the Maybelline New York Blondes 01 palette. It's like a face palette and it's got some bronzer and highlighter here. I like to use this one. And I will just dab my beauty blender in it. And dab it on. And there we finally have it. So that was the end of this look. I think it turned out pretty well. The blush just looks gorgeous. The eye look is also still winged and it's giving me that depth that I was looking for and the drama. And this is something like so cool, like for a night look. It really brings out my eyes and it's pretty. So there you have it, guys. That's the end of this beauty tutorial, makeup tutorial. These are my black smoky eyes, and let me know what you thought. Do you think you could rock this look? Where would you wear it to? Comment in the section below and let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.